Hi, this morning I shared a video and I talked on Psalm 100, verse 3, and I mentioned that when you follow God, you'll be amazed at what you can do and accomplish. And I just been thinking about that and felt that I wanted to share some of the things that God has helped me to accomplish that I never thought I would. But I did because He helped me and because I was obedient and followed Him and because He knew the desire of my heart. The first major one that I thought of right away was when I lost 100 pounds. Began my weight loss journey back in 2013. I do have videos on my channel where I share that. But I was 245 pounds and never thought that I would lose weight. Excuse me. I had tried a few times and just didn't like exercise, didn't stick to it. I'm sure there's people out there that have the same story, that they just gave up. And I just remember at the start of, well, it was technically the end of 2012 when I started to really think about it and set my goals, because our pastor had given a sermon on setting goals. And I wrote in my journal that I just wanted to inspire one person and that I knew I needed to lose the weight, and I asked for his help to please help me. And I had so much motivation. And I remember I'd wake up in the morning and, okay, I have to get up and I have to work out. I need to do this. I have to do this. And I knew that that was coming from God, because it wasn't me that, had that determination. It was coming from somewhere else. And I knew that that was God helping me. I had so many people like, you inspire me with your motivation. Like, where do you get that? And I was just like, I don't know. God knows what I want and knows what I need to do. They say, you have to do something for, I think it's a week or a month or something, but there's a certain amount of time that you need to do something before it becomes a habit. And I knew I needed to make exercise a habit. And so I would work out every single day until I knew, okay, I've made this a habit and now I can take a rest day. So losing the weight was a major thing that I knew that was, coming from God. He really helped me in that, to accomplish that. As He led me to become a runner, because I hated running, did not like running. He kind of told me the one day, run this block, because I was walking at that time, and I loved the feeling I got when I ran. And so then I slowly increased and wanted to become faster. And I knew I had seen people that they can run 6 or 7 minute miles. And I knew that that was not ever going to be me, because I was in my 40s when I started to run and I have little legs. But, I set a goal I want to be able to run a mile in the 10-minute range. And I worked at it and I did. I was able to accomplish that. I'm 53 now, so I am slowing down. But I knew, that was something I wanted to accomplish, and He helped me be able to do that. When I first started running, there's no way I will ever do a half marathon. Those people are crazy. Yeah, I did a half marathon, a couple of them, 2 that were official races, that I was blessed that the first one, I had shared my story with a website of how I had lost weight, and that I had never done an official half marathon. I had run the distance in my town, but I hadn't done an official because we didn't have the money to spend on that. And they wanted to publish, and she said, I choose the half marathon you want to do and we'll pay for it. So my first half marathon was paid for, and the following year somebody sent me a link and said, hey, this lady's giving away, I want to call it a ticket, but an entry to do a half marathon, and it's near you. So I went there to the link, and I, entered the drawing, and I won, so that was my second and half marathon. And so I was truly blessed that the two that I did not have to pay for. And again, I knew that was because God knew my heart's desire, and blessed me because I was being obedient to Him in continuing to work out and keep my body strong. And then it was, I loved that I was able to do the half marathons, but it was still I will never do a full marathon. Those people are fully crazy, because I actually had bought a sticker when I did my first half marathon that said only half crazy, because I thought those people are fully crazy. No, that's not for me. And in November of 2020, in my town, I have not done a full marathon as an official race. Again, it's too much money for me to want to enter, but I just kind of decided one day, you know what, I'm gonna do a full marathon in my town. If I can't run the whole distance, which I had not done any training, so I pretty much knew I would not be able, but I was seeing people that were doing, I think it was the New York or the Boston virtual, and people were saying that they had walked the distance, and I thought I could finish a full marathon if I was walking. But I chose to do, I'd run at least half of the time. So a lot of the miles it was walk a block, run a block, and I would alternate. If I needed to walk a little further, I would walk a little further. But I had determined that I would walk as much as I needed to, but I really, said, God, I really would love to run in every mile. And without any training, I had never gone beyond 13.1, a half marathon. And I had not done that distance even in a while when I went out beginning of November and started running. And, I think I ran maybe the first mile or two and then decided I'll alternate, because I knew like I would never be able to run in every mile if I run constantly right now. So I started doing the walk, run. I had one area where I chose a road that I had never been on before, and it wound up being all uphill. And I started out running and then decided, you know what, I'm just going to walk and I'll run on the way back because that will be downhill. But I finished and had run at least half of every single mile, except that one maybe that was uphill, because I think that may have been a full mile going uphill, but it was probably only about a half mile, and then I ran back, but it felt like a mile. But yeah, I remember like looking and just going, I can't believe I just did that, and had to give the glory to God, because again, it was not something that I should have been able to do without the training. And then another one that I have thought of is just starting these videos on YouTube. I did not plan on doing that. I had been sharing devotional, a verse and doing a short little post for the last 2 years. And other than feeling like that's what God wanted me to do, to just encourage people by sharing what I was learning in my devotional time, and what He would tell me as I was journaling. I never planned on doing a video and sharing it on YouTube. But like 2 months ago, I guess it's been, I just felt like that's what God was saying. You've been doing this on Facebook for 2 years. I want you to start doing these videos. Okay, God, are you sure you're talking to the right person here? That's not me. And I know now He was preparing me, because I'm doing this 2023 challenge where you do some exercises and pick one of these exercises, at least one, and there's 3 of them, and there's things on there, like I was looking at the calendar going, I hate burpees, and I have to do 10 of them tomorrow, day 4. There's 10 burpees on the list, and I'm like, God, are you sure you want me to be doing this video and showing people how to do a burpee when I hate them and I'm not very good at them? But He just keeps encouraging me. This is what I want you to do. You had that desire to help people, and you're helping people. You're helping them become active this year. You're helping them by sharing that, you're a normal person just like they are, and look what you have accomplished. And so I just wanted to make this video, and I know it's getting long. I'm sorry about that. But I just wanted to encourage you that don't ever think that you can't do something. If God's telling you to do it, then step out in faith and do it. You're never going to know where He's going to lead you if you're not following and listening. I love to do my devotions every morning, and in just the last, year or two, I'm really hearing Him a lot more. And, as I am writing down how I'm feeling or what I'm feeling, there's times where I'll put in quotes what I just am feeling, because I know that's God talking to me. This is what He wants me to say, or at least what He's saying to me, And as I think about what to put on Facebook or what to say on these videos now, I just kind of feel like this is what I want you to say, and I say it and am amazed later sometimes when I have looked back at posts and said, oh, I wrote that? No, He wrote it. He just kind of like used me to say it. That was His words, and He wanted somebody to know that. So I just want to encourage you, listen to what God's telling you to do. Step out in faith. Don't think that He can't use you, because trust me, He will prepare you and equip you for what He wants you to do. And you don't have to worry that you're not enough, you're not good enough. I have said that many times. And I had my best friend actually just the other day, when I was saying, I don't know if I should be doing these videos, because I don't know if and I used the phrase, like, I don't know if I'm good enough, I believe. And she just was like, you are going to inspire people because you are a normal human being just like them, and look at what you've done. So, she was encouraging me. Don't say you're not good enough, because God has said you're good enough, and God wants you to do this. So, I know I'm rambling right now, I think, but I just felt like I needed to tell somebody out there that you are enough. And if you are feeling like you're supposed to do something, do it, because God will be with you. God will help you. He will give you the strength you need, the motivation you need, whatever it is. He's going to be right there helping you, and you can do it in His strength. Have a great day.